personal demons that you've had to battle since you've been self-employed? Like, is it doubt? Is it maybe frustration? Is it negativity? Anything like that? You just get kind of...
No, I think perfectionism, just trying to do everything perfect, doing too much, and you can't be perfect at everything. So, that kind of, whether, like I said earlier, balancing work and family life. So if I'm diving into my business, then what's suffering at home? Or if I'm with the kids, all day on a field trip, there's 15 clients that have called and text, and, I feel bad that I wasn't there for them. So I think it's kind of, as a mom, that balance that way, and just...
I think I've done what you've said, like in reverse. For me, my thing is like, my wife is awesome. Baby, if you're watching, you're awesome. And she's awesome, and she's like great. And I, growing up how I grew up, when an entrepreneur calls and says, could you meet me for lunch? I really want to help you. I want to meet him. But when I do, it takes time out of personal time with my wife. And then my wife's like, yo, check it out. There you have we have 5 kids, right? And then we should maybe see them for even a minute a day. What's wrong with you? And then, and so for me, it's overcommitting. I
overcommit, yeah.
And so I know it's what I do. I also deal with, like, I'm passionate. So it's sometimes communicating my passion to somebody who's less passionate. Source of anger,
right?
That kind of thing. So I would say for me, it's anger over committing. I know for me, a lot of times too, it's feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Since we've had some financial success, I tend to be somehow like, if someone's having a financial problem, they tend to come to me. Hey, we're coming to the castle. And I'm like, no. And then I'm like, okay, you can stay here, my brother, my friend, my neighbor, my cousin, my, whatever. And so we're always, and it gets overcommitting.
Yes.
It's that whole thing. We all have a demon, though.
Right.
We all have something that's going to eat away at us if we're not aware of it. Now, George retired from boxing to become a pastor. Have you ever felt called to do something with your business where you're like, you ever felt like, I need to do this nice thing for this person, and it's not something that I want to do? Have you ever felt that in your business?
Yeah, I do that a lot.
You do?
Yeah. I overcommit for sure.
Okay, so you're like,
I do everything at school and church and
everything?
I do
You're
a lot.
that mom, aren't you?
I'm that mom.
Who wants to volunteer to lead the PTA? And she's like...
Yeah, I think, you can find yourself overcommitting to where, I feel like they need me, so I need to commit because who else is going to do it?
Funny story about why not to overcommit.
Yeah.
I one time volunteered when I was 21 or 22 to be on the homeowners association. So we moved into this neighborhood. It's a neighborhood where basically a lot of wealthier people lived. And I'm like the young guy, and they're like, well, how about his parents bought the house for him? One guy even said that. Well, did your daddy buy this house for you? So I'm in this neighborhood, and I volunteer. All of a sudden, like, one dude drops out, somebody else. I find myself as vice president of this association. And Wendy, bless your sweet, sacred soul, I bet you're not an entrepreneur, so you're not watching this, but Wendy used to call, and Wendy would say, boop, 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 and it's, you answer the phone, such and such homeowners association, and she'd go, yeah, somebody is parking their obnoxious vans. They're like painted with their DJ vans. They got vans painted. They're just right in the neighborhood. It's gross. They're running. I'm pretty sure they're running a business out of it. It's like a kid. I'd like to file a complaint, and I'm like, I'll tell you what, you'll need to put that in writing. It states in the Homeowners Association bylaws that you need to submit that in writing, and I'll make sure that neighbor is notified. And then I'd hang up the phone and be like, I'm not going to notify myself, Well, this game went on for a long time, and then it started getting crazier. Like somebody has a DJ van, it's like painting graffiti, and it's blocking part of the sidewalk, and I walk by, and it's like he smiled at me, like he's taunting me, and I'm like, you'll need to just fill out the form, and I will make sure I notify the neighbor. And then she's like, are you, where do you live? And I'm like, oh, I live in a vast part. I remember something BS. Like, I live on the far side. Like, oh, I live in the far side. I live way down west. Well, it's not that big of a neighborhood. Where west are you? Well, over there around that's right next to me. No, it's around what address? I don't know. You don't know your own address? Okay, fine. It's me. You've been talking to me, Wendy. And I find myself as the head of this homeowners association, and I'm going to meetings now.
Right.
Wendy's filing complaints. I'm counter motioning.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Now what I do is I move into the neighborhood, and I realize they can't by law force me to do anything, so I just do whatever the heck I want. There we go. So that's what I do now. So